Oh Lord, good morning. Oh Lord, man, good morning. Morning, people. Saturday. Happy Valentine's Day. Good morning. Jack Frost has been out, guys. Look. So, an interesting day today. I got up early today. We're going over to do a live at the Etihad. You know, so I'm up early this morning, you know. King crab, baby. Good pot. Oh. Ah. So today we're gonna make a bit of content. We're gonna go over the Etihad. My brother-in-law is renting out a sports car today, like a Lambo or a Ferrari. So he's gonna come up. So we're gonna make a couple of videos.
This could make for a very long trip. More crabs than this. 1989 truck stop. Understatement.
So far, Mandy's prospect year has failed to pay off.
I'm watching Deadliest Catch.
We got one more to check here. That's the farthest to the south.
All that remains is a final string to the south.
I never did like fishing bear. I
Find life as soon as you quit being negative Nancy.
We've got another string. See what we come up with. Anything can happen. Monkeys can fly right out of my ass. You don't know.
What sky is going with today, City?
Trying to be positive. It's not easy.
I'm sitting here watching Deadliest Catch.
That looks good. I like that.
Ooh, the crabbies are here.
It's yours. You own it. Lisa? 88. Yeah, check out. 80. Volunteer. 100. That's what I'm talking about. Well, you found this is the kind of fishing that you want. This is amazing.
So I'm trying to hit a target, guys. If you're not sub to my channel, can you do it for me? I appreciate it, and I'll share your channel.
I wish I would have landed here right out of the gate. Okay, last one coming up. Yeah, we're gonna do that red crab coated fry.
The southern wind caps off king crab, banking £80,000, worth over $750,000. Oh yeah. That's 25 grand a man.
Good feeling. That thing behind us now, we're off to the bear dive.
Last spot. Knock it dead. Nice work. Another season under the belt here. Been a wild one.
On the Camellia Marie, Josh's gamble pays off, tanking £110,000 for the season, worth over $1 million. That's 65 grand for each crewman.
Well, one of these days, your life's gonna run out. You're actually gonna have to make good.
One day that'll happen, the next day. On to the next.
We're up early today. We're going away today. We're going over to the Etihad to make a bit of content. I might even meet up with someone today.
Richard Hammond's Workshop, Tuesday at 9 on Quest, or stream the full series now on Discovery Plus.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Every home has a story.
That's a World War II postcard.
And these builders work hard to ensure every home stands the test of time.
Anyway, what's your prediction for Man City today?
And the crew in main cabin masters as they restore.
I went to bed at 10:30 last night and I woke up a couple of times, but I could have stayed in bed and I said, fuck it, I'm getting up.
The restoration starts when you take it down, not when you put it up.
Two shows, the same true grit.
This is where the good stuff is.
True grit builders start.
Never believe it's not gold, it's Carrick, you know. Can't believe it. Anyway, how's the form? Talk to me.
The FA Cup live on TNT Sports.
Through laughter, craft and raw honesty, the big man is back, taking on his most ambitious renovation yet. Billy Jones and the country's history is streaming now on Discovery Plus.
Shout out to all the new subs on the channel. Listen, today we're getting picked up in a Lambo or a Ferrari, and then I'm going over the Etihad.
You get to pick and choose when Mother Nature decides to test you. She wants to put you down. All you can do is just sit back, hang on. Watch out, man! I'm like seriously scared.
Don't all talk at once, whatever you do. But good morning to everybody. Look, we're going to do a few things today, you know.
Weather this bad, the helicopter does not fly. And you're on your own.
Morning, Andrew. Nah, bro, I said I'm going to get up early because I have a few things planned today. I'm going over to the Etihad. My brother-in-law is taking my sister out for Valentine's Day, so he's hired a Ferrari. So they're coming up with it in a little bit, so... Yeah, hey, look at the garden, look. It's a bit cold out there, you know. Wow, I've not had a joint this early for a long time. But today we're going live on my housing estate, Andrew. And I'm going to introduce you to a few of the locals. Everything's about timing. And I've 500 and odd subs to get. And they're going up. The only way if you want. Morning, Stephen. You up to Chelsea? So today we're going over to the Etihad. We're going to make some content. I'm not going over there in red colours. I'm going down as a spectator, as a fan, to interview fans. I got up early this morning, Stephen. I don't get up till about 8:30 normally. Morning, Global. $5:30. My little brother got up at like 6. He's just gone to the gym. Come on. We get a cup of tea.
With no crab in his pots and no time to spare, Keith is forced to pick up his gear and fish in the growing storm.
I'll tell you what the story is. I'm trying to hit a target and I can't do it without user help. So I've asked all my mods to make one short for me. That's it. You know, I won't ask you for money. I won't ask you to donate to my channel. I'll ask you just to make a short for me. That's it. 15 seconds. I've done over 7,000 videos. 2.5 of them videos were making channels for people or helping their channel by putting their name in the description.
Miles west on the Verdine The intensifying storm rocks Cornelia Marie co-captains Casey McManus and Josh Harris, with the rapidly building 25-foot seas swatting off winds. The Cornelia crew solicits the help of a higher power
I'd like to spend that to 8 days, but amen. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Get ready, 33rd, boys.
So we'll be going around the local pub in a bit to do a live and introduce you to a few of the people off my housing estate. A few gypsies. You know, there's three pubs in Beswick, and I know everybody that drinks in all three pubs.
Each captain gets half the pots, and the one who pulls the most crab wins.
Right now I'm setting 25 strings.
I think you're gonna get a little bit deeper. I'm thinking of it. This line over here.
Up
Oh
first,
man.
Casey will drop 80 bird-eye pots using his strategy. His co-captain sets the rest according to his.
Josh and I both have a different way of how we're going to set gear. Mine's based off of experience and rational thought. His is based off of tingling in his loins usually.
Oh, about World War III coming up. All right, I'll see you in a bit.
What do we want?
Give me a minute. 1 sec, guys, I'll be back.
Nightmare after nightmare and nightmares tonight. Because it's calling for 50-knot winds.
As the leading edge of the storm collides with the 107-foot saga,
This is our last few spots. So as soon as I clean out these spots, we get the hell out of here.
Captain Jake Anderson works a hotspot south of the mud pit.
Did you get out of that one, James? 3-0. Now it's just a race against weather, processing plant, collect my money, become a boat owner.
Jake has the opportunity to buy 25% of the saga, but he makes enough profit from his king crab season.
62,662 estimated total pounds for the trip. Wanted 65. Better 62, 65, and soak the ship.
So far, he's on track.
Stack these last few pots.
So yeah, we're gonna go live over at the Etihad on my own, engaging with fans. I'm not going over there with any red on me, no colours. I'm not over there to aggravate. You know. I'm over there because I have targets to hit. Now, anybody that comes in my channel on a local basis, I'm going to ask you to make me a shirt. I've made over 7,200 shirts for a lot of people. So to all them people, all I want you to do is make me a shirt. Now I'm asking for your help. You know, like I said, it's nice and cozy here, I understand it. You know, just shine off that floor, bro.
My Perfect Diet is now available at pennylanesales.co.uk, and we have an exciting upsize deal for you.
Dark circle, here, smooth, you have constantly a lot.
The My Perfect Diet upsize deal is available at pennylanesales.co.uk. My Perfect Diet is clinically proven to temporarily reduce the appearance of lines, wrinkles, puffiness, and dark circles under the eyes for up to 8 hours. My Perfect Diet normally retails for $29.99 plus $4.99 postage and packaging. For a limited time only, we will upgrade you to our larger size bottle for free. That's double the amount. To order, head to pennylanesales.co.uk. Call the number on your screen or scan the QR code to shop online. That's where you can order the My Perfect Diet upsize deal. My Perfect Diet, get the wow factor you want.
Do you find it hard to get to sleep? Do you toss and turn, feeling hot or constantly waking up with aches and pains? This is the Otter Smartest
Anyway,
mattress from the sleep expert at Gomeo.
Man City versus Salford City or something like that. Imagine they lost. You know. But like I said, I'm trying to hit a target and I'm like, I'm 70 odd subs away from 4,500 subs. And now, once I get that, I'm gonna let me mods help me. We're on the last 500 now, so I'd like you to share me content. Or make a short and say, guys, can you go over and sub to Jude? He's 500 and odd subs away from hitting his target. I'd appreciate it. It's not a big thing. You know, I've done it on him many times, so we'll see if people support you, you know. I went to bed at 10:30 last night. I got up at 7. Fuck your warranty, man.
Who sent you all these Valentine's cards?
Oh, it wasn't you.
Hey, Mark. I know, bro. So today, Mark, me sister, me brother-in-law is bringing her out for dinner, and he's hiring a Ferrari or a Lambo, you know, to take her out in. So we're going to go for a whip today in a supercar, you know. He said he's going to come over and pick me up and what have you. You want to see, he's got an RX-4 there, and you want to see the front of it. It's about that height off the ground. And all inside it, he has her all like illuminated, like, you know, stars on the ceiling and different shit. It's bad, man. I'll show you today, right? When he comes, I'll show you what it's like inside. But I'm going over the Etihad Mark today. I'm going around. What I'm going to do is, in about 4 hours, I'm going to put the link in my description, everybody's name, and I'm going to go over to the local pub. You see, Mark, I've lived in England 32 years. The pub around the corner, my brother's drinking both of them. There's 3 pubs on this housing estate. The corner shop, the Townley, and Mary D's. I know the woman who owns Mary D's. Me brothers don't. But we know the landlords of the pubs around here like over 15 years. You know what I mean? And that pub has changed hands 4 or 5 times since I've been here. So I knew all the landlords, you know, with all the ones that were running the pubs at the time.
So you went to Africa, went home, and then you come from New Zealand from here. England? All these questions, man, come on. I'm not known like whatever you think I am. You can search all of my stuff. I'm not doing anything illegal. I've been completely honest in all of my things.
Where are you coming to
your show. You're crossing Australian borders.
Yeah, yeah.
We're here to protect the
Yeah,
borders.
no, I
If
understand.
you do you will
Yeah, Mark, City's ground's at the back of the estate, so it takes me 5 minutes. I'll show yous.
defensive.
We're gonna go live on my housing estate today,
Once again, could be
and I'll show you
defensive sort of behavior.
the respect people have for me around here.
Swab is taken.
I'm gonna go into the local boozers, not wearing no United colours, because I don't want to get in any aggro today. I'm not there for aggro. You know, I'm there for content. And I have targets to hit, so I have to do this.
I've been asking you the same
Happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
Please answer the question. Are you willing to participate in the interview? The answer is yes or no.
In Sydney, Border Force Officer Mania is trying to deal with a rather difficult passenger.
Can you please answer the question?
The man is a French citizen arriving via the UK, and he claims
Don't
to be in a
forget to
hurry to catch
FaceTime the
a
Mrs.
domestic
Wishing.
flight.
Or I'll
But
do
it's
that
his
before
own
12, yeah.
cooperation that's causing the biggest delay.
Well, I'm going to.
But we're going to make a lot of content at the Etihad today. We're going to make 20 shorts. I told you, Mark, you know when you stop making shorts and you stop doing lives at night, me channel will slow down a bit, but now I know how to hit it, you know. So we need to get a few subs today, you know. Like, you know, look at the dew on the morning grass. Look here. You know, you see this. I like shoot. I like looking at the board. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful skyline? Look at the way the trees are. You know. The Etihad is over them roofs over there. Oh, bro, tell me about it. Let me look for something. Yeah, I need to go charge my battery pack. Mark, thanks for that. I need to go get my battery charger, mate. Thank you for that. Battery pack. Battery pack. Tell you more what I'm gonna do. Live in a house next door to you. Right. That's what I'm trying to do, mate. It's like, but we'll see what happens, you know. Like City are playing today against Salford City. So I'm going around to the local pub today. I'm going to introduce you to a few friends. Morning, Kevin. Hey, Eve. Now listen. Shout out to my uncle. Yeah, so I went to bed last night at 10:30 like I do every night, yeah? Stop drinking tea at 11 o'clock. Have your last smoke before 9. You know. But anyway, guys, I need your help. I'm trying to get 70 odd subs at the weekend, and it started yesterday, and we only got 7 subs yesterday, so I need your help. You know, the only way on here to grow is to make content, and today we are going over to the fucking Etihad. You know, you see the shine off there? It's like so. Family. I'll be going around to that pub there, the corner shop, yeah? That's where I'll be going. You know. The public gets what the public wants. We're going underground, going on. Nah, if I have a weekend to myself, in all fairness, I've needed it. You know, what does that mean, bro? Oh, that's a bro room. What's that mean? We're gonna make a big fat rocket. It's a bit early to be smoking cannabis in the morning, but it means gorgeous and Scottish. Okay, I've never heard that phrase before. But like I said, my brother's up since 6. He got up at 6, went to gym. I'm gonna have a fried egg for me breakfast. No, you can stay there, yeah? Hey, Jerry. Morning, Jerry. Yeah, I am, Kevin. We're in Manny, bro, yeah. But I'm going there today, so there's a couple of people I'm supposed to link up with. Now, listen. If you want, I'll meet you at the corner shop pub. FYM, if you're watching, bro. I'll meet you today if you want. Well, Kevin, Man City are playing Salford today. So I think I'm going to go around and watch it. You know, but I'll definitely be doing a stream yard or a live stream from the Etihad. From about 2:30. I'm going around on this housing estate that I've grown up on since I've come to England. I've got to know everybody. and everybody's got to know me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to all the mad bastards on the estate that I like that look. My kind of people. You know, common people. I want to live like common people. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, they're playing at the Etihad at 3 o'clock, mate. That's entertainment. That's entertainment. Ah. Dun 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 dun. Thanks very much, Sam. I appreciate it. Nah, listen, guys, all jokes aside, look, I have to be honest with you. I'm not very healthy, right? And I don't want to talk really about it on here, you know, and it is what it is. I've had a good life, you know. It's like, but I still have a few things to do. I need to hit this target, which was 70 subs away from 4.5k. That means I'll need 2,000 or 500 subs. You know what I mean? A bit early in the morning, but wake up in the morning, gonna have the breakfast. Oh, the Israelites. Fuck the parasites. Oh, 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 oh. Sorry, I mean, it's Irish for I love it. Love is love. Hello, Mr. Focus. Nah, listen, it's nice to see people coming in that haven't been in for ages, you know. Like I said, look here, I have a target to hit. And I told you I had to take my foot off the gas, yeah? Because I will hit me 5,000 target. And I'll hit it in a few months. But this weekend I'm trying to get 70 subs. And that'll take me to 4,500. Now, I can't do without yous. Unless yous help me, I can't do it on my own. So I need help, so that's why I'm asking you. It's away days today. I'm not sitting out there. Look at it, it's frosty as fuck. If I sit down, my arse will stick to that chair. Jerry, I have a favour for you, if you don't mind. If you could do me a big favour. You don't have to do it, Jerry, but I'd appreciate it if you do. I'm asking all me mods to make me a 15-second short. I've made thousands of shorts, and I've asked people to sub to a lot of people's channels. So that's what I'm asking for in return. Now we're on the last leg of the channel. 500 subs to go. 570. I've learned something new today. Thank you, Jerry. Jude, I don't have Facebook, only Twitter. Well, I appreciate it, Eve. Thank you, honey. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. But today, we are going away days. You know, we're going over today at about 2 o'clock. We're going to go around to me local boozer. I'm going to go in the local boozer while I'm on my live stream. I'll introduce you to a few of the lads on the estate. You know, do you all support me on this housing estate? Do you all know I do YouTube and I have a YouTube channel? And a lot of the youths, I'm going down the road and they're like, yes, Jude, I was watching your live the other day. And I'm like, and then I have all the other kids saying, yes, bro, I see your channel all the time. I ain't going out in that. Me bollocks. No way. But like I said, guys, this is my channel, and I've tried to grow it the noble way, you know, and it doesn't always work out that way, because nobility sometimes can backfire on you. Nobility can turn into hostility. Embrace the pain, you know. Fuck why me, how about try me? So I have a target, like I said. No. I don't need to know that. No, but you can lick that. Majestic. The Etihad is over there. And today we will be going over from the geezer who works in the car park to everybody that drinks in the pub I know. So, today we're going to do something that I don't normally do. I never go live on this housing estate, but we will today. I'll show you what it's like on the estate. Oh yeah, that did it. That did it. I get all kinds of birds, Kev. You know, I like birds. I've always liked them. You know, when I was a kid, my uncle used to keep pigeons and stuff like. And the first book I ever read, crazy enough, was about birds. You know, little ones. I learned a lot about birds growing up, as you can imagine. Shout out to me 3 baby mothers who do a great job looking after my kids. Well, me 2 eldest kids now, they're 31 and 28. Morning, Pac-Man. Shout out to you, bro. I'm back down here for the weekend, you know. So, Man City are playing away, bro. Oh, sorry. Man City are playing at home today, so we're going over to the Etihad to make some content. And shout out to you, bro. My prayers are with you. You know, I have a lot of respect for you, for what you're doing. You know, I wish I had the strength, bro. Me body's breaking down on me, Pac-Man. That's the truth. My papa kept pigeons, budgies, lovebirds round here in the last couple of years. Well, Eve, I was in me ma's kitchen making a cup of tea about 6 years ago, and I just happened to look out the window, and in the window was 2 little parrots. They look like canaries, Well, mate, I'm fucking rooting for you. You know, you're that close, bro. Well done, you. If you're not sub to Pac-Man's channel, can you go do it, right? If you're not sub to Mrs. ES, what's that? Is me. I don't know how you pronounce it. If you're not sub to Eve's channel, can you go do it? If you're not sub to Kevin's channel, can you go do it? If you're not sub to Jerry's channel, and Andrew's channel, and Focus's channel, if you're not sub to Sam's channel, can you go do it? And if you're not sub to Mr. Owen and Mr. Mark Richardson and Mr. Global and Mr. Stephen, can you go do it? Listen to me. The only way to grow your channel is to share people's channel. And I've been doing that for the last 3 years. And now I'm on the last stretch of it. And I'm asking all me mods just to make me one 15-second short. I don't ask you for nothing. But I'm asking you now. Because I need help. And the only way for your channel to move is by people coming in and out of the live. I'm going to have to nip out in the van a minute. But like I said, I think my brother-in-law rented a Ferrari today. You know, for Valentine's Day, he's taking my sister out for a meal. So when he rolls up in he's either going to turn up in a Ferrari or a Lambo. You know, he'll hire it for the day. You know, beautiful cars. So we're going to make a good bit of content today. Like I said, I'm not messing. And the only way to move, the only way for my channel to get 70 subs in 2 days is for me to do the best I can. I love birds. Eve, I remember looking out the window and I thought they were canaries. They were green. They were about that size. And I seen a hawk grab one out of the tree with one hand and go in the garden and I ripped the feathers all off. I saw threw a brick at it and I missed and he flew off. And the little canary was lying on his back like that. Look. I was trying to grab his wing and he kept pecking me. You know, and he lost a lot of blood. And I don't think before the animal police and animal ambulances get here, the little fella was dead. And he was making a lot of noises, so I broke his neck. Because the bird was at ripping him to bits and his whole insides were hanging out and I didn't want him to suffer, so I ended it for him. You know, a big bird had hold of him with one fucking paw on it and I'm ripping all the feathers out. You know, and you know what? The other canary didn't leave. It stayed in the tree and the same happened to that. And I like animals. I like any living, breathing thing. I'm a humanitarian. You know, I love animals. I love whales. I love gorillas. You know, a gorilla would probably be my favourite animal. You know, primates like David being Greenfinch. Okay, well I don't know nothing. Matt, I've not gone fishing for months, bro. I was gonna go fishing this weekend. I'll go have a game of golf, but Man City are playing at home today. And I never do this. But because I'm on 500 and odd subs to go, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask everybody that comes in and out of my channel who I've ever made a video for to return the favour just one time. You know, it's like it's not too much to ask. It's like I brought this channel as far as I can take it, and that's the truth. If at the time it was in the summer, I just go on the canal, Kevin, but I don't catch any. I've not caught a fish in ages. It's all Jerry's fault. He fucking jinxed me, that cunt. And I know you're listening, you Jerry bastard. Shout out to Jerry. If you're not up to his channel, can you do it? And if you do it, he'll put bad luck on you. Don't ask him for advice about fishing. Mate, listen to me. As long as you give me a few weeks' notice, I'll take you up on that, Matt. Because I've watched a few of your videos. And Guy, can you do me a favour? If you're not sub to Matt with a capital K, Matt K 98, can you go do it? He likes his fishing. He makes content about fishing. And he's got a good channel, you know. I like people that have different channels that have nothing to do with fighting. Whether it be football, mental health recovery, whether it be UFC, boxing, or rugby. UFC, football, boxing, rugby, in that order. Okay. Well, bro, listen to me. When it comes to fishing, if you want to link up in a few weeks, let me know and we can go. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't like fishing on canals. I'd sooner fish on a river. You know, I don't drive, bro. You know, but I'd enjoy that. I went fishing with a lad off here. His name is Aaron, Aztec Media. We arranged to meet at the Etihad a few months back, last year. And we met at the Etihad, went to McDonald's, got a cup of coffee, went on the canal, set our rods up, and just sat there and had a chat. You know, it's like there's too many amigos on here with too many egos. You know, and at the end of the day, you know, too many egos and not enough amigos. I've never fished the canal. I have only got rivers, lakes in Scotland. Well, bro, you know what? I've always wanted to fish on Glendalough. You know, I think it's majestic, bro. It's biblical. It looks like heaven. You don't drive. The River Airwell was good a few years ago, but it's not so clever now. Bro, you know, I've never fished on that river, and I've always wanted to. So there's a few people, right, that I'm supposed to meet now. I've met a couple of people and I've gone fishing with them. There's a couple of lads from Manchester, FYM, and there's a couple of other lads that want to meet me today. So I'm probably going to link up with man today and we'll see. Like I said, I'll go over on my own. Today, I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to do a live on my housing estate. I'm going to introduce you to a few people. I'm going to introduce you to the landlady of the local. I'm going to go in the back of the pub, and if there's any gypsies in there, I'm going to get them all to say, "Get up out of that, you bowsy," because I know them all. I'm going to introduce you to a few friends today. Now, like I said, there was a few things I had planned for today. And look at the sun. Here, look at here. Come here, can you see that? Here comes the sun. Okay, I know loads of gypsies, bro. It doesn't matter, bro, whether you're a gypsy or a countryman. We're all people, you know what I mean? I know a lot of gypsies, bro. You know. I know a lot of tough gypsies, proper gypsies. You know, like Matt, I've lived here for nearly 32 years and I'm a very sociable person. You know, you can talk to me. and I've made a lot of friends here, but about 30 years ago, my mother moved into this house probably, yeah? And me two little brothers, they like fighting. Me brother Mark, everybody calls him Bulldog around here. Now, everybody has a nickname. Listen, I have several. But it doesn't matter. But my point being, everybody knows me because of my nickname. You know, 32 years of Manchester. Shout out to Chris Shannon from Cherry Orchard that come to England the same time as me, and you're speaking like Jason Mariner. I'd wipe my arse with your season ticket, you fucker. I have a mate who's a season ticket holder at Chelsea. You know, and he's speaking English. He's been there 30 years, the same length as me. You know, and I don't care. I haven't got a fucking English accent, have I? Sorry about that. Ask me, do you know where? I haven't got a fucking clue where that is, man. No idea. But, bro, look at, I like fishing. Now, there's a river near me, right? It's called the Medlock, and it's only 4 foot deep, yeah? The last time I went there was about 3 years ago, right? I used the swim feeder, I packed it with maggots, and about that much, I left the hook about that much, trailing. You want to see the trout I caught in that fucking, in the Medlock? I've caught a few trout in it.
She didn't really know what she was here to see.
And Supervising Officer Ahmed has just found some
Well, like I said, I like fishing. It's very therapeutic, and it's very, I'll be honest with you, when I go fishing, I talk to me dad and me ma on the canal. There's something with water and dead people. You know, I have a friend, I think, who's opening his own pond. His name is Aztec Media, and he's opening his own pond, and he's going to do his own fishery, and I hope it works out for you, bro. I like Aaron, I've met Aaron. You know, Aztec Media, he's sound, he is, honestly. Proper sound lad. I've wrecked me fucking trainers already. That's entertainment. Yeah, like I said, it's rare I do this. I fish Loch Hen as well as the lochs around the Bower. Well, bro, on my YouTube channel for the last few months, some evenings I don't do a live, and I said what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up for it this weekend. Now, my brother-in-law, I think he's renting out a car today, a nice car like a Lambo or a Ferrari, to take me little sister out for dinner. So he's going to come here in it, and we're going to get in it, and we're going to make a little bit of content. And at 3 o'clock today, Man City are playing, and we are away. Well, they're at home. What can I say? Jude McDonald's my name, and I am not a gay. How can you insinuate that? Why would you say? We're here to take part, not to play. Do you understand? And anyway, shout out to you and fuck your face. Hey, my fellatio in your facio. How about that? Hashtag that. My fellatio in your facio. Now listen, the sun is out. Man City are playing at home today, and I'm gonna make a lot of good content today. I'm gonna introduce you to all the bowsies on this housing estate. I'm gonna go in the local and make a bit of content. I get on with all the travelling community around here. I get on with a lot of the travelling community around the world. I have a friend who's in jail for murder. A real fighter man, young Joe Joyce. Proper fighter man. He shouldn't be locked up for murder. Like if you come to my house and there's 40 yous outside and I go out, one of yous has a sword and a saying, I'm gonna cut your son. Ah yeah, give me a fucking minute, mate. I'm going in there and I'm coming out with a kettle of water in my hand and something else to even the numbers. You never turn up on a man's doorstep who has family. You never jeopardise. Matt, I'll be honest with you, right? I've met Joe a lot of times, and I met him once on a ferry from Liverpool to Belfast. He was at the beating the shit out of Martin O'Donnell, or Simon O'Donnell, and he won 20 grand. You want to see what he bought his missus out of it? A 15 grand diamond necklace with a bracelet to match. And the other 5 grand got spent on the ferry on drink. I don't even drink. I ended up drinking about 14 bottles of Bud. I woke up the next morning on the ferry. Everybody was gone. I was, oh mate, that's probably the worst hangover I've ever had. But I was chilling with him and John Joe. You know what I mean? But if someone comes to your house, bro, right, and you go out and you notice they have weapons in their hand and they're talking about cutting your missus, cutting your child, saying that they're gonna fucking stab your son and do shit like that, listen, what would you do? You know, I know what I'd fucking do. But, bro, I'm not a drinker. He's like, here, you're coming with us. Well, like I said, it's like 4 lads come to his house where his children are. You know, now I know gypsies get an awful reputation because people say, oh, they're fucking messy and they this, that, and they rob this and they rob that. But if the truth be told, you see, travellers are spotless. Do you ever see inside some of the caravans? They take a lot of pride in their home. Do you understand? Just like we do. You know, just like we fucking do. You know, like every day these floors are mopped twice a fucking day, yeah? Twice a day. You know, this kitchen. Look what it's like outside, yeah. Like I said, Matt, it's like, look at Houston, we have a problem. I've got your lunar module over there. So, I'm gonna build something in the garden. I'm gonna build something in the garden. Now, I can't build it till next year, because I can't afford it. But I'm not very well, and all I want to do is to hit me target, and it's like, I've never asked just for anything. I paused me channel's monetization just to prove I wasn't like everybody else on this station. Like, I always said that here, listen, this has never been about money for me. You know, I've made a few friends off YouTube, so how can I charge you membership money? if I class you as a friend or one of me mods, that'd be extortion. So I took the higher ground and I said, fuck this. I'm going to pause me channel's monetization. I don't make a penny off YouTube. I always did this for love. I always did this because I come from an area where people said that when I was younger, I was a serious problem. You know, and I got dealt with. I got tortured in Cherry Orchard and I never said anything. They beat the brakes on me allegedly. They burnt me, they hog-tied me and threw me out of a moving van at about 30 miles an hour. They bet the shit out of me. You know, but if they never had a beat in my ass, I'd have never come into England. So I'd like to thank all the lads up at the Red Wall who beat me ass, because without yous, I'd have never leaving. And I don't believe in destiny. I believe in fate. I don't believe in luck. You make your own luck in this life. You know. But like I said, see this is my little piece of heaven. I see my mother in that garden hanging washing up. I see me dad over there in the corner. You know, like I said, this is me dad's house and me ma's, and it's like, it's the family house for the kids, you know. Like there's a little tree house there, a little slide, little fucking Hubble module or whatever it's called. You know, a sociable, you know, but I'm gonna get something built. I just can't afford it. The only way I'd be able to get it built properly, I'll do a GoFund to help me build a shed. What? I'll get one of me mods to do one for me and see how it goes. Or if there's anybody out there that puts sheds together and you want to sponsor me bleeding channel here, because I could do with that. You know, but like I said, this is probably going to cost about £1,200 and I haven't got it. You know, I can't. I haven't got it. Like I said, if I made money off YouTube, you know, out there, I'd build a little house, you know, and I'd turn it into a little studio. I'd have a big TV on the wall. I'd be able to get all me decent props out of the attic. You ain't seen nothing yet. Here, I'm going to save whatever I have until I get me new studio. And the only way I'm going to get it is if the fucking tooth fairy comes and pays me for all the teeth that she took. You know, I believe in myself and I know I could help people through that. You know, it's like, I could help people, I know I could, you know. Like, I've never asked you for anything. Like, my channel was making money at the start, right? But I never declared it. I never declared it. You know the way on YouTube you have to connect all your personal details, bank details, all that shit. I've never did it because this has always been about principle. And I said to myself, well, Jude, if you're noble about this and you don't charge people money, the odd person might buy you a coffee or donate £1 to your channel or send me a cap or a prop. I've spent too much money on this, and it's like, on props. Do you understand? It's like I used to have a gazebo right there. Look at that little robin. Look, hey, mate. I used to have a gazebo right there. Look, see out there? Ask Pablo, a massive one, right? See the way the shed is? I had a big gazebo going from the wall to there. Look at that little robin landing at the door, look. Like I said, the trees, the kids, oh, they've no cover. But I remember looking out the kitchen window, Eve, and I seen two little, they look like canaries, and a fucking big bird, I think it was a hawk, grabbed them, had one hand on it and was pecking the feathers over. So I had something in my hand, so I threw it at the board to get it away from it. And when I went over, the little guy was looking at me, and I was like, mate, it's okay, I'm here. You won't die on your own. Here, let me hold your hand. And I'm like, fuck, he hasn't got a hand. So I had to break his neck because the board ripped him to bits. You know, his little stomach was hanging out and all. You know, and I was like, I can't leave him in this condition. I can't help him. I'm not a fucking Dr. Doolittle or a vet. You know, but I did my best, you know, and I tried to help him, and I did help him. I snuffed him out because he was in too much pain, you know. I don't I like birds, you know. I have a connection with them. As a kid, I like pigeons and stuff, you know. But um, so I'm gonna need to charge my phone up, guys. But today, my brother-in-law's gonna come down in a nice sports car. You know, we're gonna go for a quick drive. Man City are playing Salford today at the Etihad, and morning Pablo. And I don't get a chance to do this, okay? So today, Man City are at home. So I'm going over to the Etihad to make some content. Pablo is grand. Not a bother. So I'm going over to the Etihad today, Pablo. I'm going over the Etihad today. But what I'm doing is I'm doing a live stream. Well, you know what I mean? It's like I don't normally go live on the housing estate, but you know the local pubs. I'm going to introduce YouTube to all my friends. I've loads of gypsy friends in that pub, so I'm going in there and I'll get all the boys in my video to say, "Yup, about that." Oh no, I know that, bro. Yeah. Well, Eve, listen to me. In all fairness, me missus, give me a break. You know, I need it. In all fairness, I'm absolutely worn out. And last night I managed to have a sleep without getting kicked in the balls, me hair pulled, or head butted in the back of the head by me son. Because he won't get out of bed, a little fucker. You know. But last night it was weird because I didn't get kicked up, you know. But like I said, it's Valentine's Day and my brother-in-law wants to take my sister out. So he's gonna rent a nice car today, you know what I mean? It's like Pablo, you've seen all the pictures of the see them photos Mark posted. That Lambo and fucking there's a couple of Lambos there, that little white one with the suicide doors. You know, it's just I wasn't here when they come. You know. But Pablo, like I said, when I go fishing, I don't do live streams. You know, I like to focus. But today, when I leave this house, we're going live. No, he's with Lisa, bro. You know what I mean? I'm here on my own. Like, now, a few weeks ago, I took Tom for 2 nights over the weekend. So this is my weekend to myself. Pablo, I need it. You know. And then next week, I'll take Tom for 2 nights. You know what I mean, bro? And like I said, Lisa gets up with Thomas every night, bro. When I take me meds, I go out. You know, but Pablo, I'm just gonna make the content while I can. Pablo, I wanna ask you a favour, if you don't mind. I've asked every mod to do this for me, right? And you're no different. And you don't have to do it. But I was going to ask you to make me a 15-second short and post it. I can't take this channel any further, Pablo. Now I need help. Pablo, you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to build a man cave in the garden. But the sheds are like $650. And then to put it up and everything and what have you, it cost about 9 ton. I'd be able to get a £300 discount because I know one of them. But Pablo, where am I going to get £1,100 before Christmas, before me holiday? You know, I'm not going to do it. And I've never asked anybody for nothing. But if there's anyone out there who follows me and watches me that puts big sheds together, can you get in touch with me? And if so, can you give me a discount? And I'll share your business. You know, I just want to do it at the end of the day because once I hit 5,000 subs, now I'll have a heater in there, Pablo. I'll have everything in there. You know. But I don't think I'm going to be able to build it this side of this year. Or maybe next year, early next year. You know. I'd have to save, Pablo, in order to get it, you know, because I can't afford it. I don't know, I'll ask him. But, Pablo, do you think I'm being unreasonable asking all me mods to make me a 15-second short? Like, I've made thousands of shorts, Pablo, trying to plug a few people's channels, and all I'm asking is to do the same. Well, Pablo, I'm working on it. It's like, I'm not going to be on. Pablo, look, I don't make a cent off YouTube. If I made money off YouTube, I'd be able to afford to build one in the garden, but I haven't. Like, when I hit 5,000 subs, Pablo, the odd time I want to bring somebody on. You understand? I know what I'm doing. I want to make 10,000 videos. I'm on 7,195. That means I've got 800. Sorry, no. That means I've got 2,200 videos to make. I said I'd get 5,000 subs, 5,000 videos. I've gone past me video by 2,195. I don't know, but what, like I said today, one of me family members is renting out a Ferrari or whatever to take me sister out. Pablo, you've seen all the pictures on Facebook Mark's posted. You know, his mate owns a few cars, like, you know, so he's going to rent one out today. But, like I said, I'm going to reach out to a few people today. Like I said, Pablo, Man City, away. And it's like, the way I say it is, it's like, Pablo, I'll be honest with you. When I'm at home, bro, I like being a father. You know what I mean? And it's like, my life has changed significantly. Like, Pablo, out of everybody on here, you know me. You know what I'm like. You know, and you know I'm reasonable and you can talk to me and I listen. But you know what? Do you know what's really hurt me, Pablo? 2 people falling out with me for no reason. My brother-in-law said to me last night, "Hey, Jude, what happened with you and Marv?" Now, my brother-in-law, right, he's Muslim. He knows him, right? He's like, "Bro, what happened between you and him?" And I said, "Well, I told him what happened." And he's like, "Okay." I was like, "Why? You should have seen him the other day." He said, "Everything good?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Did he say anything about my ma?" My brother-in-law called my mother Ma. You know what I mean, Pablo, my sister's husband. well known in this area. And super pissed off with him. But Pablo, listen, like I said, Man City today against Salford. You know, some people have ulterior motives on here, Pab. You know, it's like, and it is what it is. Like, you know, I've tried to help a few people on here, Pablo. You know that. And you know what? Some of them ended up turning on me. He's not happy about what he said, you know, because he said me ma raised teeps. You know, me dead mother. I told him, don't go there, mate. Or when I say it, I'll fucking hurt you. You know, you seen what happened that day. You know, and Pablo, I'm not a tough guy, but I was willing to go down and cave his fucking head in. And I think you talked me over, or someone talked me over, but Pablo, you know, I don't go looking for trouble, okay? I'm not that guy. I don't look for trouble. But at the end of the day, when someone blatantly lies about you, it hurt me feelings, and Lena as well, accused me of burning the Rangers jersey. And I said, listen, honey, it's not that. I didn't want to turn around and say, have a guess what the doctors have told me, yeah? I'm super, it's fucking progressing fast, Pablo, and I'm losing it. Me memory and all is going, Pablo. You know, the fucking side effects are killing me. And they're irreversible. And I keep things to myself, because when I tell me family about it, and Pablo, listen, I said I misplaced things, okay? And Pablo, because I forgot the meaning, what she said about it, she had a go at me, and I tried to say, Lena, listen to me. The side effects of the medication are ruining me memory. I can't remember. And then she accused me, you know, of burning her shirt. And I turned around and I said, all right then, if I find that shirt, can I burn it? You understand? It's like, but I didn't. I took it down. I took down the Tottenham jersey. You know, that's it. You know, Pablo, I didn't do nothing on anybody on here. I come on here to help people who are ex-addicts, ex-alcoholics, who have mental health issues. And why wouldn't I help people? You know, I've had a lot of psychiatric evaluations and I know what I'm talking about. All my family has mental health issues. Me brothers, me sister. And hey, Tracks, good morning. I hope you had a good night last night. Tracks here. If you want to link up today, let me know. I'll be over at the Etihad today, doing a live stream. And everybody's welcome. We're on here to hit a target. I need all my mods to do me a big favour. Nah, Pablo, listen to me. I understand that. Why do you think I apologise for her that night? Because it's so out of character. But, bro, you seen what she said to me? She called me a coward and a liar. You know. And Pablo, you know something, yeah? I've been told by 3 different people that the author, when we fell out, he went around telling people lies about me. You know what I mean? It's like, I never, years ago when I was on the cesspit, I used to take the piss, yeah? And men don't scare me. Alzheimer's scares me. Cancer scares me. Dementia fucking terrifies me. You know. And that's what I have to look forward to. Never mind me physical pain. Good morning, Andrew. But, Pablo, I'm on 4,000, nearly 500 subs. Do you think I'm out of order for asking every one of my mods to make me a 15-second short? Is it warranted? All the people I've helped, all I want them to do is to make me one 15-second short. You don't have to show your face, you know. And if you're a Leeds fan, a Liverpool fan, a Man City fan, it doesn't matter. You know, I love football, yeah. Now, the way I see it is, today, we are going to ban the country. We are going over to the Etihad. You know, hang on a minute, bro. Look at the frost in the garden, look. Yeah, well, like I said, Eve, it's a team effort. STRAIGHTOUTTABALLYER has never got stuck in the mud. Now, I remember when I first started this channel, I had an argument with a fella from Cork. You know, who said that he was going to get 7,000 subs in a year. Who lied and said that he's one of the O'Driscolls from Dublin. You live in Cork, Daniel, and here your channel is shit. I told you I'd go past you, didn't I? Bye. If it keeps you warm in the fucking winter. Tracks, how did your night go, bro? Did you have a good night? Pablo, listen to me, yeah? I like wearing retro shit. It's like, you know, but look at the fucking grass. Oh no, this one's a little bit different. Yeah, it's not your average one, you know. It's a different one, a new generation duffel. What? Now listen, I like to look smart. Do you understand? You know, like dyeing your hair, getting a haircut, you know, reading a book, going for a walk. And today we are going to the Etihad, baby, away days. And here, like I said, I'm going to introduce you to a few friends today. You know, no fucking way you've still been no worry about that, guys. It just went off. Yes, exactly as may you peel the coat off you. Here, listen to me, yeah? I like to look smart, you know. So I said to myself, the last few weeks, I knew this weekend was coming. I stopped doing my lives in the evening because I said to myself, once I hit 4,500 subs, I'm going to ask my team to make a short for me. Once I get to 4,500, I'll take it back then. I only want a bit of support, a bit of help. I'd like you, if you could make a short for my channel, I'd appreciate it. And I'll make another one for you too, still. No, but all jokes aside, it's very hard to grow a YouTube channel, okay? And I've done my best on this, believe me. I've taken this channel as far as it can go. Now I need user help. Now, I'm gonna see. It's always been about uniting the clans and lighting the beacons, okay? And that's what we're doing. Did I fuck? We'll celebrate Valentine's Day next weekend, Pablo. You know. We'll celebrate Valentine's Day next weekend. You know. She used to bring me roses. I wish she did again. But that was on the outside. And things were different then. On the window we didn't. Da 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 da. Dee 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 dee. Thomas's books. You know, all his books are there. You know. So look, I wake up to a letter, yeah. Bro, I got up at 6, so I went to the gym early. See you in a bit. He went to gym at 6 this morning. Shout out to me little brother, man. Bro, I used to think tracks was league. You know. Yeah, well different duffel. Not the fucking same, mate. Believe me. Yeah. Pablo, I've a big favour to ask you. Is there any chance you could make a video for us? I'm nearly on 5k subs and there's nobody better than one of the dubs. Guys, you know Pablo's made nearly most of my videos for this channel. You know, am I that close to hitting a target? And I don't think I'm being unreasonable when I ask people, listen, all I ask is a 15-second short. That's it. You can slate me in it, you can call me names, it doesn't matter. You can call me a lesbian, you can call me whatever you want. Hang on, here he comes. But, like I said, yeah. Right. Well, Pablo, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Do you want a cup of tea, bro? Al's just got back from the gym. But, nah, Pablo, I appreciate it, because look, I'm being honest with you. That's the only way. You know, I need one little push. You know, but thank you, bro. I appreciate it. You know. Morning. Nah, Pablo, look. The only way, as you know on here, for people's channels to grow is for other people to believe in them. Yeah, let's get to 5,000. Now, like I said, if Pablo will tell you he's been here from the start, and all jokes aside, it's like it's not been easy. You know, I've nearly quit so many times. I just lost me enthusiasm for the channel because I fell out with a couple of people. And it's like what I didn't realize is I I made friends with a few people in this city, and a couple of them turned on me for absolutely no goddamn reason. Pablo, yesterday Luke popped in. I was telling him about what Yowza was saying about Peru. So sometime today or this evening, I will do my stream yet. I'm gonna make a bit of content today. I'm gonna go around to the local pub that's next to the Etihad, make a little bit of content, and because I need to be doing my bit too. You know, like there's a few people on here, Pablo, as you know, I've tried to help, and I'll ask a few people, can they share my channel, and they don't have to do it. All I'm doing is asking. They don't need to do it, I don't have to do it, but I think I deserve 15 seconds of all their time, you know, because I've dedicated a lot of my time, you know, so we'll see. 26%. But I need to charge my phone up, you know, because I don't have a dead phone, you know. Well, Pablo, if you look at all the channels from the cesspit who ended up breaking away on their own, where are they now? You know, look at my channel has evolved over the time. Like a few people got stuck in the mud. It's like I always said I wanted to meet PD face to face on his own, and he come here. Pablo, thanks for coming in, and shout out to your mum and dad for raising a gentleman and a scholar and a friend. You know, yeah, Pablo, honestly, he's been like my big brother. You've no idea, you know. He's been like my big brother from day one, and he's given me wise advice. He's given me what? He's given me advice. He's given me wisdom. He's given me knowledge. And planted the seed in my head, you know, like because when my father died, I felt really guilty, yeah, and about certain shit, and it's like what happens is certain stuff eats at you, and me and Pablo had a question. Me and Pablo had a convo, right, and at the time, something fucked up happened after my dad died, right? But let's say, right, if I ended up getting, say, a certain amount of money, right, and I went out and bought myself a Saron or a faster scooter, and then ended up crashing and killing myself. And my mother always used to say this. She used to say, "What you never had, you'll never miss." You know, but Pablo helped me get past that because I was having fucked up dreams. You know, my dad coming to me telling me how ashamed of me he was, and I was a fuck up, and you know all that shit, and it tipped me over. But in all fairness, you know, it's like I've summoned inner strength. You know, I've had to. It's like because once upon a time years ago, I had an attitude problem. You know, uh, you couldn't talk to me because I always thought I was right. And then what happens is life humbles you, and you have to listen. You don't have to listen, but if somebody's trying to advise you about a situation that they've been through, and especially if they're older than you, listen to what they're saying to you. You know, growing up, you listen to your coaches, your mentors, your peers, the adults, your family, you know, and everything's about respect. And it's always been like that, you know, in Dublin, everything is about respect. In Manchester, everything's about respect. And I used to carry myself a certain way, and then what happened was I ended up becoming a granddad, and I had to just say to myself, you know, you need to just be calm. And like, if you ask my brothers the way I was about 4 or 5 years ago, you know, plus I was on that milk stabilizer, so I was hearing things, I was seeing things. It's like I was having hallucinations and, you know, sleepwalking and shit like that. Like, I ended up sleepwalking here and I jumped over a fence and woke up in someone's fucking house. How the fuck do you not wake up when you're jumping over a fence? You know, I heard of a case in America. This fella, he was sleepwalking. He got up, went out, got in his car, drove all the way to his mother-in-law, stabbed her about 90 times, got back in his car, come home, didn't even clean or change himself, got into bed, woke up, freaking out why there's blood all over him. Next of all, the police knock at his door. He fucking stabbed his mother-in-law to death, sleepwalking. You know, that way. How insane is that? But guys, listen, in about 20 minutes I'm going to end my live. That'll be me hour. And then, you won't see me till this afternoon, but I will be live. And we'll be walking around the housing estate, and I'm going to show you the local and probably introduce you to a couple of people, because there's always a load of lads around there, you know, and when city's on, the pub is rammed, you know. But hang on. Yeah, you know, man, I was laughing at you know this morning. Now, like I said, Al, it's like normally I wake up at that time every morning. It's like, but I was like, fuck, I may as well get up at 7:30, like, or whatever. Fucking. But Pablo making me a video, that'd be great. You know, like I said, Pablo, I've gone past fighting back United 8 times, right? And when I hit 5k, I've gone past it 9 times. I did this to get my channel back, that was it. You know, I befriended somebody many, many years ago called Foxy, and he betrayed me. I forgive him because he helped me a lot, but he also, it's like, I won't go into it, you know. I'm not on here to call people names, but it's because in my life, when the shit's hit the fan, I've always had to come up with a plan, you know. So I had to start this channel, and I remember last year I reached out to a few people in Ballyfermot on my Facebook, my personal Facebook, and I said to everybody in Ballyfermot, it's me, Jude. I have a YouTube channel, and I'd appreciate if you could all go over and sub to my channel, right? Fast forward 6 months later, 1,500 people had subbed to my channel from a Facebook post. I got a few hundred subs. It's very hard to grow an independent channel. I don't make money on YouTube, nor does people donate money to my channel. Now, in the past, people have, like Pablo, Finn, Spencer, they've all bought me coffee. Now, at the moment, my link isn't working. And what I'd like to do, like, I was thinking of hitting me 5k and going. But at the end of the day, I'd like to build like a little shed in the garden. It's gonna cost about 7 ton for the shed, and then it'll probably cost another fucking 150 to get it put up. And Pablo will tell you, I used to have a gazebo in the garden where I did me lives, you know, and I'd love a little spot where I could do me lives. So I can't afford it, in all fairness, because like I said, I don't gain from YouTube. I don't make a penny. Me channel is being paused. Me monetization is being paused for nearly a year and a half. You know, I did this to prove to you that I wasn't the same as everybody else. That I didn't come for money. I come for subscribers. And we're on 4,430 subs. We need 70 to hit 4.5k. And once I hit 4.5k, I have an idea. I have a couple of ideas. Like I said, on a Sunday, my father, on his day off, he used to go into a hospital radio station, and he took me several times, and he always wanted me to get into music. Like, I'll be honest with you, right? When I was a kid, and I used to go into the hospital radio station with my dad, he used to say to me, like, don't fucking touch anything. You know, when you see that light red, here, don't say anything, don't do anything, and don't touch anything. Well, if that's the case, Eve, you can buy me a fucking shed. Like I said, you know what? It's like I've helped so many people on here, and if I had to charge you money, like I said, I've made over 7,000 videos. There's no one on YouTube in their circle that's made more videos than me. And I'm proud of that, because God takes everybody. Everyone's gonna die, and when I'm dead, my kids and my family have over 7,000 videos to watch me. You know, because at the end of the day, I'd imagine my kids love me. And when I die, I know one thing for certain. I'm going to upset a couple of people. But until then, I have targets to hit. You know, it's like I said, my immune system's getting battered every time the kids get ill. You know, but I used to have a gazebo in the garden, and I'd love to get a little shed. You know, but like I said, there's a few people in the community that work at stuff like that, you know, and I've nearly racked up 3 million views altogether, and it's like, I'd love a shed company to sponsor me, or somebody to sponsor me, so I could get a fucking shed. And that's the reason I'd love one, you know. And I've seen a couple of people that have them, and it's like, I'd have it a certain way. You know what I mean? It take time. Like, I have more priorities at the moment than building a fucking shed. Like, you know, I have real world issues and problems, and building a shed is last of me priorities. But I would love to have one, you know, so I could come down and go in the shed. And like I said, it's like, when my dad was younger, like I said, he used to love music, you know, and before he had turntables, he had a CB, you know what I mean? It's like, and in his honor, in a way, you know, because it's like, he wanted me to get involved in music, and I didn't listen. You know, he used to say music's your mate and stuff like that, and I never listened, you know. It's like, and it's when you lose your parents, you try to honor them in their death, and you try to do things that's not going to upset them in their grave. You know, that kind of way. Give me a second, guys. Happy Valentine's Day, Lise. Oh, oh. Nah, like I said, Eve, it's like I'd like to have a little base out there, you know. I've seen a couple of sheds that a couple of people I know have, and I think they're about £600-700. But like I said, it's just a little thing I have in my head that I'd love, you know. Put a few pictures in there, a few canvases, you know, a few football shirts, and be able to do me lives every time there's a UFC event on or a boxing event on or football. You know, loads of different people come in who are football fans. People come in here who are ex-addicts, current addicts, alcoholics, have mental health issues. Everybody's welcome, do you understand? But of 15 minutes, guys, and that's me hour done. And then, sorry, y'all. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge my phone up. Like earlier on, I got up about 7:30. Normally, you know, I get up early every morning. But today, Man City are at home, so we're going over and we're going to make a bit of content, you know. But like I said, this shed, it's like I have a good team around me, so I'm gonna ask them to come up with an idea, you know.
Standing in the criminal's way are the traffic cops. Coming up in North Yorkshire.
Like being able to come down here and going into a studio, you know what I mean, making a little studio. That's what I'd like to do, but it's gonna cost money that I haven't got, you know. But anyways, you know, I'm gonna end this live, guys, yeah, and fucking, you know, but wishful thinking, it'd be nice if I can get this shed. I'll ask my team, what do they think? They might even do a blatant go for me to get a shed. But anyway, listen, I'm gonna fuck off and I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna charge this phone up, okay? Take care.